This is the Abia Morning Show live from Enugu, Nigeria. My name is Nathlie Uku, and Ojiwachuku, my amazing co-host, is here as we segue into the weekend. Very excitedly. We're joined now in the studio by Chief Ojinnaka Kobino Maduekwu, who is the CEO of the plug Chop 1, Chop 2. I just love that line. And he's going to be discussing tourism prospects in the Southeast, especially as we're seeing the landmark strides in the region. Chief Kobino, thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Chief.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I mean, what's your reaction to everything we're seeing? Advancements at Hotel Presidential, the Enugu landmark partnership that has just been signed, sealed, 10 billion naira investment on the line. We're looking at what is in view for Eyimba. Of course, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, because since 2023, we expected something to have happened at that hotel. What's your reaction to all of this?
My first reaction, let me start from Eyimba. You know, we were on a tour of Aba, and we were to stay 2 days. But we ended up staying 6 days to see what Alex Oti is doing, the magic. And then we thought that was the man with the magic wand, you understand? And much wasn't happening in Enugu, you know. So we saw Alex Oti putting people of resource, of means to handle, what do you call it, sensitive positions to resonate and propagate the city, right, the Eyimba city. So the hotel, with the new thing with Radisson, I think OT has done quite good. But then we come down to Enugu, my city, the cold city, Obodifeneme, and we suddenly saw a magician of 7 wands, you know, in the name of Dr. Peter Mba, a man that is audaciously insane, I must have to say. Enugu is a mass construction site. You're talking about the International Conference Center, talking about presidential, you're talking about the car park, trailer park coming up. I do get things from the grapevine. And when I imagine it, I say, in Igbo, isi ana agbaka nwoke, but isi na agbakia is gone kolo to development. So we get to Nike Lake, Paul Onwanibe, landmark, a guy that developed a coastline of nothing into almost $250 million investment. I mean, he has always been a quintessential gentleman, right from his days at University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and his Enugu days, because he's also part of 042. So Paul has always been calm, and when he came out with this, we heard so much about the noise about landmark, the express, whatever. But Lagos lost Enugu's game, right? And Paul is here now to do the wonders and more. He said he's going to do more. And that iconic Nike Lake, 4 decades, I experienced Nike Lake from Maurice Malcolm, the British Lebanese. I was part of his inner caucus. We used to brainstorm a lot. And I also was part of the pro-chair team, Roger Gardner, Sven Gussen, with Mrs. Ifoma Nwobodo, former Chief of Staff, Enugu Government House, as the Chief Accountant. So we worked very well, you know. So when I heard in the grapevine that Landmark was coming over, I didn't imagine that, you know, I'm so excited that I'm alive to see this happen. This is what I have always dreamt about. Doing outside tourism for a while, you know, in the late 80s and 90s, a travel network going around the world. The government here wasn't kosher, and we were trying to sell Nigerians to the world. Like when Dubai opened up, I was organizing the Dubai shopping festival trip, a week package under $2,000 for your stay and shopping and all that. So for me, it's a dream come true. I was born in Enugu, the coast city at the Parkland Hospital. I am an Enugu person. So I can tell, gladly say that if you get to the airport and tell them there's a man you're looking for and the man is Kobino, they'll bring you to me. So I'm one of the icons of Enugu, if I have to say. So right now, this thing with the landmark, it's so exciting. I don't even know. I mean, like I want to jump out of my clothes and start shouting on the road. And it's for 35 years. You can imagine what this guy is bringing on board. Peter Mba, however you think and however you get your audacity, God bless you for making this possible in our time. A lot of people are so happy. It's not blowing somebody's trumpet. I say what I see. And if you see something, say something, please. No matter. I am originally from Anambra State, but I was born here and I've done almost everything here. So being in the hospitality, catering, tourism, and cultural industry, I stand tall to say that this is a right peg in a right hole.
Chief Kobino, it couldn't have been better said.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit of history. Well, it's a great deal that everything is happening at this point in time, and we are experiencing it. Thank God we are alive to finally see that. I think by the time this dispensation is done, we always talk about Governor Sullivan Chime, right?
Great guy. Great guy.
He has done a lot for Enugu people, but the pace this governor is going, we might literally not even compare. But my question is, he has been doing a whole lot, right? What more do you think needs to be done in Enugu to tap into that tourism revenue? And if you okay that there are a lot more to do, right? How far can we go from now to maybe the next 10 years to make Enugu that hub of, that generates a lot of revenue from tourism?
Thank you very much, Oji. There's still a lot more to do. The president just visited, and he was awed by what he saw. The vice president had visited a while ago. And everywhere he goes to, he says, go to Enugu and see what the young man there is doing. I thank God that we have gone beyond this politics thing, Somebody's doing a good job, you don't want to because it's not in my party.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about Nigeria and the southeast region now. A whole lot more can be done. Let me start from things that are basically in front of us. I think the governor at this stage needs to set up a standing committee of from the plate.
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I'd sweep this off.
No, it happens. Maybe someone has seen you on air and it's like, is that Kobino I've seen on Is that Chief Kobino I've seen on air?
From the plethora of talents that are bound in this city, starting from me. Charity begins at home. The governor, people like Peter Dochie, Ebubedike, and the rest, who's talking about a unified New Yam Festival for Igbo land, which we're working on now, to have a special day like the American Thanksgiving. So basically, the governor needs to set up this committee because not everybody around him knows about what tourism brings, what Sullivan brought on board, There are so many people so serious about work. Something happened Christmas time and we didn't like it because I'm the president of a Kulu Primary School World Association and people were attacking me. This is the governor that you're supporting, everything he's doing. what do you have to say about the little skirmishes in December? I wouldn't want that to smear what the governor is doing. So he needs this committee to be able to advise him on certain things, like talked about noise pollution, how many decibels of noise is going to be allowed. But I want to say that most people building lounges, party places that should employ the use of acoustic windows and doors so that the sound is within. Yes. But to go and start disturbing business of tourism, and how are you going to sell the International Conference Center? Dr. Sam Obunwobodo, the head of the finance thing, about Enugu, he said, no, these are the things we need. The governor has a wonderful team, from his chief of staff, the SSG, the people in tourism, Obi as the transport guy, very audacious. The Uber guy, he's the one that brought Uber to Nigeria, and so many of them, Lloyd Ekweremadu in the Enugu for the first time, Southeast, won to host the National Sports Festival.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right.
Great thing for tourism.
Yes. But
but let me just finish. Like Oji asked, Hotel Presidential can do an extension. And that extension, let's not lose this,
Yeah.
It's in vogue for apartments, hotels. Aaron's was the first apartment hotel in Enugu, doing very well. Lovely food kitchen they have, open kitchen. Then Best Western Plus is the next door neighbor, Carlton Suite, has obtained those duplexes across as his own apartment. So if a Hotel Presidential arises now, let the other side, there's a lot of space in Hotel Presidential.
Apartments,
do the apartment in there. I experienced it. I lived out there in Hyatt Place in Dubai for 2.5 years. Hotel apartment, beautiful, kosher. And these things will enhance the IGR.
All right.
And the tourism
All right,
potential.
Chief, I have to come in right now.
Yeah.
So we have two major pieces that we need to assess before our time is up. And of course, that involves the calls for more rooms at Hotel Presidential. People are saying, yes, people are saying that there are not enough rooms. But what is the feasibility of that? Especially when there's a 5-star hotel just a stone throw away. That's on one side. The second side is some news that we seem to have overlooked in December, and that is the fact that the Enugu State government says that it has won the case in court against the former contractor charged with rehabilitating the hotel Prime View Limited, that the case has been won, that the Supreme Court affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Thus, the Enugu State government does not have to pay any damages whatsoever to Prime View Limited. And we are also aware that there was an offer made to compensate the contractor, but that was not collected. That offer was rejected. And now government doesn't have to pay any damages whatsoever. And now the contractor in charge, Dealworth Nigeria Limited, can go ahead without any form of pushback from the other side. What is your reaction to the state government? I mean, we're hearing about this weeks later, winning that case in court on one side, and the fact that there's another hotel close by. Is there a need for more rooms at Hotel Presidential?
Yeah, I start from the question about, is there any need for rooms?
Yes.
On a particular night in Enugu, I'm an events person. I had 4 cars, convoy of 4 cars, going around with me looking for hotels. We even thought about the ones at the suburbs, within Enugu Metropolitan. In fact, we got to one gate. The gate man, a lady, was part of the security team. Say, hey, Oga, I'm sorry, there's nothing. I said, how do you know what we are here for? She, started laughing. So there's need for more rooms. A standard MBA conference hosts about 5,000 guests. And hotels are coming up every day in Enugu. This Christmas alone, I know how many that came on. It's not enough. Most times people come in, they sleep in their friends' houses. Before the next day, they go hunting. An extension of Hotel Presidential, which was done at Hotel Presidential, Port Harcourt. Those are the 2 icons, that the Eastern region built there. An extension will be, badly needed. But I suggest apartment buildings bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, so that it will increase. We need more rooms. Look at the International Conference Center that was just commissioned by the president. I mean, it's something that it has a bigger auditorium than the Abuja International. So Peter Mbah has turned Enugu, which he set out to do, a tourism, conference, and cultural destination, right? So we are going to experience, that is a horde of people coming to Enugu with the social media selling Enugu to the world, right? In fact, I suggest that for the end of the year or next year, travel to Enugu experience should be encouraged.
The destination
The
Enugu.
destination Enugu, yes. That is what that committee can come up with and work with the governor. Because you have men and women of different things concerning culture, tourism, and what do you call it?
Hospitality,
Hospitality,
living.
yes. And that will enhance what the man has started. And remember that this man has done this under 2 years. Under 2 years.
That's 19 months.
Yeah.
All right.
So
then,
on the legal thing,
the litigation.
yeah, the litigation. Peter Mbah is somebody that I hear that when you're telling him, even with the hotel presidential, there was some slight thing, and he believes in serving the people. Let the work go on. Let us be in court. At the end, if we get through, it goes through. If not, we find a way to do it. And that is exactly what has happened.
All right. Thank you so much, Chief Kobino, for joining us on the show this morning. And of course, sharing your insights, reactions. And I hope that you've been able to help mold some opinions as TV does set agenda. Thank you so much, Chief.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.